Welcome to OWAD Today. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. This week, we kind of downsizing a little bit. We have been talking about triplets. And this week, we're talking about doublets. There's such a word called doublets. But yeah, if we have a character that got stacked up by this triangle shape tripling technique, of course, we have the doubling. So this is the first one, and as one of the most recognized Chinese character, I would imagine, because this is talking about humans ourselves, the shape, and then we have two of them. And because the space limitation, we don't want to overlap strokes. So this stroke, which should be exactly looking like this, got shortened to become a dot. And here, visually, we have two persons, one next to each other. And if you look at traditional Chinese, we got this on the top, and then we have extra elements over here. Okay, this 从 means follow, because we have two persons, one after another. And the story of that is not that simple, because we have another character that got this two-person symbol in this 2,000 years ago version back to back. The reason why we can tell it's back is because Chinese character originally is depicting a profile view of a person, not a frontal view, as in our contemporary character form suggested. So the ancient version here, this is probably your neck, and then this is the front side of the body, the back side of the body. And there's another thing that I haven't seen anywhere, that the two person are both facing the left, because it's a profile view. And I think probably language, Chinese intentionally put it that way, because when we have a frontal view, it's asymmetrical. You cannot do much about it. But when you have a side view, then you have a front and a back, and then you can have direction. And when you have it back to back, that means it's opposing. You're not following somebody. And when you have them both facing the other way, right now it's facing toward the left. That means follow. But if you're facing both of them toward the right, that means compare. So one shape, if you flip it and different combinations, it can mean multiple things. So the ingenuity of Chinese shows there. The traditional Chinese now, with the two-person contemporary rendering, supposedly a frontal view, got this additional parts is to emphasizing this traveling element of it. Specifically, the bottom here is, I guess, contemporary rendering of the foot symbol, specifically the right foot. So this is roughly a big toe, and then this is the middle three toes. I guess neurotically, we humans cannot really separate the three toes as easily as our big toe and the pinky toe. So this side growing toe, it's not realistic, but it's the pinky. And this is the arch and I guess the sole of the foot. So with the foot itself, it means stop, standing still. But now we have three strokes looking like this. This bottom stroke was verticalized side stroke. Originally, the three strokes looks like that, and it actually has its mirror image on the right side. That's depicting visually the human walking steps, the foot tracks of humans. And we use this spatial movement, which looks like vertical, right? But Chinese, because it's a 2D frame, we use this vertical also mean from near to far, where the top of the frame is the far. And here you're standing from the bottom of the frame, first person perspective there. Okay, now we have movement, spatial movement, footsteps as evidence or the result of walking. And then we have the equipment, not equipment, a body part to walk with our foot. Together, it means walking. So walking one after another. I only told half of the story of this combination, different ways, orientations of the profile view human figure that Chinese, by default, decides arbitrarily leftward facing is the forward going. I suspect because the Chinese originated in northern China, which is north to the major Yellow River in China, and the Yellow River flowing, not flying, from the right side to the left if you look at the river from north of the bank. Therefore, the movement, just by nature, the gravity, the water, the biggest waterway in China, in northern part of China where language was born, go from right to left because they were standing from the north side of the river. Therefore, the Chinese default thinking of moving forward would be moving downstream as the Yellow River. So leftward face forwarding would be the forward going. So Chinese is a leftward facing or oriented framework of the world. Okay. We have three expressions, 从一而终. It's a little bit difficult because this is not tongue curl, this is curling the tongue, so it's difficult. Okay, 从一而终, 一 means one. Follow one. Could be follow one person or one passion. Dedication, what you want to spend your time with or on, right? 而终, 而 is a connecting word we talked about few weeks ago. Is a connecting, can be and or but. 终 means ending. So you finish with that one idea, one thing, one passion or one person. So that's 从一而终. In today's lingo or value judgment, this is positive quality. Means you don't get distracted often, you stay to your course. Whatever you want to do, you dedicate your life to it. Okay, 无所适从. 无所 simply is no place. 适从, 适 comfortable or fit in. 从 follow. This describes somebody new kid on the block syndrome, I guess. 无所适从 means in a new environment. Then the person kind of get disoriented. It doesn't know where to go, who to follow, who to spend time with or hang out with. Probably because it's a new kid situation, or you move to a new place, you don't, or, simply go to a new company. You don't really know the company, I guess, unwritten human organization structure. You don't really know how to fit in there. So 无所适从 is a Chinese way to talk about you feel out of place. You don't feel you belong. So that's 无所适从, and 从 here means follow again. Okay, 从容不迫. I like this expression a lot, especially after I take a look at 容. We talked this character before. It's a valley with water, and Chinese use that to mean container. So I'm like, okay, with container here, why I have this sense of the whole expression means, okay, 不迫, not rushed. And 从容 means take your time, no rush. So basically that's a Chinese expression. And why container has this composure or this composed meaning? That's something interesting. It's almost like we transfer one meaning, one sense to another sense. So 容 is like you're self-contained. You know your capacity. You do things at your own pace. You don't let other people set your schedule. So that's the kind of, I guess it's a psychological sense as well. You feel like you're in control time-wise. So 从容, follow your capacity, follow what you can do, what you can contain, and 不破, resist the pressure, the depression or oppression or the rushing feeling from the outside. So that's a good posture to take through life. So here is visually to show a group of people walking toward the left, happen to be, and that shows one after another, except here we just use 2-person profile view to show that. 从, thank you for your time. See you another day.